You're listening to the World of Business and Taxes with Mike Lodge, keeping you informed. So let's get started.
Hello and welcome to another podcast of the WBT. I'm Michael Lodge, and today is another great day, isn't it? Nice blue sunny skies out there. Not a cloud in the sky. So that means it's going to be about 111 here in Los Angeles, and it's not going to be pleasant. But I'm in a nice air-conditioned office, so I really don't care at the moment unless I have to go outside. And I refuse to go outside today. So what happens when a small business begins and they're trying to get their own way? They're trying to focus on where they need to be. And they're trying to be creative, and they're trying to do a whole bunch of different things that probably other businesses have already done. And I have always said to my clients, why are you trying to recreate this wheel when the wheel is already there and it probably has better tires on it, and you can probably even make it into a much better tire? I want to tell you a story. There were 3 individuals who decided that they wanted to start a restaurant, a fast food restaurant. But they didn't know exactly what it took and what was all involved in how to do fast food. The preparation process, the storage of food, etc., etc., etc. So they said, you know what? Let's all go to the United States, because they were in a foreign country. Let's all go to the United States and let's study how McDonald's does it. So they all went to the United States and they all got jobs with McDonald's. This was a long time ago, but they got jobs with McDonald's. And they studied it from head to toe. They learned how to flip burgers. They learned how to make food. They learned how to talk to customers. They learned how to take cash. They learned about the computerization of the business. They learned about promotion and advertising. They worked that business to the bone. They studied every aspect of how that McDonald's was able to produce so many hamburgers and please so many people and make billions of dollars. They studied it. They didn't have much money to come to the United States, but they came and they copied and they studied and they tried to do it the best that they could do. And they took notes, volumes of notes. But the best part that they had was that they had the experience of working the lines, and they knew exactly what had to happen to produce this amount of food to feed this amount of people in the highest quality that they could get to. So after a couple of years, they went back to their country, which was the Philippines, and they created their first business. Totally modeled after McDonald's. And they put in all of the server how to service the people, how to prepare the people, the packaging, the advertising. They knew everything. And they copied it. Because it was a good wheel. And it worked at that time. So that little company became one of the number 1 fast food companies in the Philippines. And now there's even some here in the United States. And it's called Jollibee's. You'll see the little restaurants with a little bee out in front called Jollibee's. Now they serve a little bit of different. They serve spaghetti with hot dogs, which is a Filipino custom. But they still serve the hamburger and the chicken and the fried chicken and everything. But they package the whole concept after a couple of years of just studying how McDonald's did everything. We can do, and right now Jollibee's is the number 1 franchise in Asia. The the number one fast food franchise in Asia. And they're growing and growing. Now they're here in the United States. I think we've got about 3 or 4 of them in the greater Los Angeles area. But my point is, let's get back to the point, is that you don't have to recreate anything. You can still create your product or your service or your website, but still look at the processes of what other people have done, because it can work for you also. I tell you, R&D takes a lot of money, but if you can look at and if you can copy what other successful companies have done and just tweak it to how you want it to be, you will succeed. You don't need to recreate the wheel. Now, there's going to be some rocky roads along the way, because all businesses go through that. Expect that. And you will be able to get over those hurdles. But don't recreate the real wheel and make it even harder for you. Remember, we want to simplify it. I always talk about simplification, because the more you simplify something, the better you can service your clients. And the faster you can get things done. So, when you're thinking about, if you're sitting in your office right now thinking about a new business venture, look at your competition and see what they're doing. Don't be afraid to copy. I copy all the time. I copy the way that I see success in other companies. And I just tweak it in the next company that I plan on putting together. Don't be afraid to be a copycat, because I tell you, if you're copying the right business model, you'll go a long ways. Don't work so hard by recreating that wheel, because I tell you, making that wheel perfectly round is really hard. So, go out there today, create a new business. This podcast was brought to you by Lodging Company, a business advisory and tax firm. Go to our website at www.lodge-co.com and see what we do and what we can do for you. So go out there and have a great day. It's going to be a hot one. At least for everyone that's hearing me in the Los Angeles area, it's going to be a hot one. Stay cool, drink a lot of water, and be careful out there. That's it for today. I'll talk to you again, and thank you for listening to the WBT.
This podcast is brought to you by the real estate firm that works for you. Castle Lodge Realty Group has highly trained real estate professionals to help you buy or sell a home. Professionals that know the real estate market and will find the right property for you. Call Amy Simone at 818-636-6804. The broker in charge. It's time to go home with Castle Lodge Realty Group, serving all of Southern California.
Thank you for listening. Join us again tomorrow.
Stay informed with the world of business and taxes with Mike Lodge.
Have a great day.